everyone, in this video we will cover the current affairs. Before we move ahead, let me inform you that these questions are part of our daily 20 MCQ series in GK Today's Academy Android application. So if you are looking for the text version of these questions and their explanations along with the interactive quiz, you may consider joining our daily 20 MCQ series in Academy Android application. So in this app course you get daily 20 MCQs, a fortnightly quiz, a monthly revision document and also category wise revision ebooks which are optimized for reading on your mobile itself. Apart from it, you are also able to access all archives of questions from January 2020 onwards. Please check our Telegram channel. The link is given in the description box. You can subscribe to it if you find it relevant. For hard copy books, you can visit our website gktbooks.com. Okay, so now without wasting any further time, let's get started.
Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 21st of October 2021. Starting with very first question. Which institution has formed a scientific advisory group for the origins on novel pathogens? So recently the World Health Organization has formed this group and the SAGO will advise the Secretariat on technical and scientific considerations on emerging and re-emerging the pathogens. Also an Indian epidemiologist, Dr. Raman, will be the part of World Health Organization's scientific advisory group for determining the origin of COVID-19 pandemic. Okay. Now apart from it, few days back, World Health Organization has released the Mental Health Atlas, which is basically a compilation of data provided by the countries around the world on mental health, policies, financing, human resource, availability and utilization of services along with data collection system. Now it has new targets for the year 2030, including primary health care and resolution on mental health, etc. Also recently, Subject Expert Committee on COVID-19 has granted emergency use approval to Bharat Biotech's Covaxin for children in 2 to 18 years of age group. Now, the Mu variant of coronavirus was in news last month. Why? Because World Health Organization is monitoring this particular variant of interest and it was first identified in Colombia in January 2021 and scientifically it is called as B1621. And not only Colombia, later it was reported in other South American countries as well as in Europe. So that's why it is a matter of concern. Also recently, World Health Organization has endorsed the malaria vaccine called RTS-SAS01 and it is the world's first vaccine against the disease malaria. Fine. Question number 2. Malabar series of exercises began as a bilateral naval exercise between India and which country in 1992? So the Malabar series of exercise is an annual bilateral naval exercise between India and USA and the Indian Navy is set to participate in the second phase of multilateral maritime exercise Malabar along with the Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force, Royal Australian Navy and United States Navy. So it has been conducted in the Bay of Bengal from 12th of October to 15th of October and the first phase of this particular exercise was conducted in Philippines Sea in the month of August. Now apart from it, recently 8th ministerial meeting of India-US Economic and Financial Partnership Dialogue was held on 15th of October where at Washington DC. So our Union Minister of Finance Nirmala Sitharaman and Secretary of Treasury of US Dr. Janet Yellen chaired the meeting. So during this meeting, both the sides held discussions on a range of subjects such as macroeconomic outlook, financial, regulatory and technical collaboration, recovery from COVID-19 pandemic, etc. Now apart from it, India and USA are conducting 15-day mega military exercise named as Yuddh Abhyas, where in Alaska started from 15th of October, so as to further deepen the military cooperation between both the countries. Okay. Also, India and USA held their ISA summit between 27th of September to 14th of October at New Delhi, and this summit was organized in order to develop a protocol to exchange classified information between the defense inclusion of both the countries. Okay. Question number 3. As per the government's recent notification released in 2021, what is the gestational limit for termination of pregnancy? So as per the government's new rules, the gestational limit for termination of a pregnancy in India has been increased to 24 weeks. And earlier this limit was 20 weeks. Actually, under the medical termination of pregnancy amendment rules 2021, the women including survivors of sexual assault, rape or incest, or those women whose marital status changes during pregnancy, for example, widowhood and divorce, and those with physical disabilities are included for this new limit. Okay. Now, a few days back we have seen that the citizens of San Marino, which is a small landlocked European state, has legalized the abortion on 26th of September. Currently, Nina Malhotra is the ambassador to Republic of San Marino. Okay. Now apart from it, few days back we have seen that Switzerland has legalized same-sex marriage, and now with this it has become the 30th country in the world to do so. Now it allows the same-sex couples to adopt unrelated children and for married lesbian couples to have children through sperm donation. Then apart from it, a South Pacific Ocean nation named as Vanuatu was in news because it has recently moved to the International Court of Justice to issue an opinion on the rights of present and future generations to be protected from the effects of climate change. Fine. Question number 4. When is the International Day for Disaster Risk Reduction observed? So this day is observed every year on 13th of October, and the 2021 edition of the day focuses on international cooperation for developing countries to reduce their disaster risk and disaster losses. So this day was started in the year 1989 after the United Nations General Assembly declared the day to promote a global culture of risk awareness and disaster reduction. Now in the previous lecture we have seen that World Arthritis Day is observed every year on 12th of October to spread awareness about the existence and impact of this particular disease. And the theme for this year was Don't Delay, Connect Today. Fine. Now we celebrate World Animal Day on 4th of October to address the plight of animals and work towards their protection. Now can you tell me, when do we observe World Space Week? Let me tell you one important thing regarding this. Actually, the theme for this year was Women in Space. And this theme was chosen to create more awareness to the issues of gender diversity in the field of space sector, and also to identify the problems that women face when they want to enter in space related careers. Fine. Question number 5. Which Indian state has announced to set up Arogya Vatikas on school premises? So recently Uttar Pradesh government has directed all the state secondary schools to set up Arogya Vatikas on school premises. You can understand Vatikas as gardens that are used to grow medicinal plants. Okay. So these Vatikas will be set up in all the secondary schools of the state, and as per the state government, it will help in conserving the environment as well as in boosting the immunity and well-being of students. Also, the order states that all the students should be made aware of the medicinal value of these plants. Fine. Now apart from it, UP government has named actor Kangana Ranaut as the brand ambassador of its ambitious One District, One Product program. Actually, through this program, the UP government aimed to create product-specific traditional industrial hubs across 75 districts of the state, and further it aims to reap the benefits of scale in terms of processing of inputs, availing common services, etc. Also, it will help in improving the employment opportunities. Okay. Now, few days back, the Union Minister of Information and Broadcasting, Mr. Anurag Thakur, has launched Clean India program from Motilal Nehru Institute of Technology that lies in Prayagraj, Uttar Pradesh. And the aim is to create awareness and to encourage people and also make them involved in cleaning the waste. And this campaign will continue till 31st of October. Now also UP was in news because of its Lakhimpur Kheri violence, for which UP government has appointed Pradeep Kumar Srivastav, who is a retired judge of Allahabad High Court, to probe the violence. And the Judicial Commission will have its office in Lakhimpur Kheri and it would submit its report within 2 months. Fine. Question number 6. With respect to the Brexit deal, what is NI protocol? So during the Brexit negotiations, all the parties agreed that protecting the 1998 Northern Ireland Protocol, which is also called as Good Friday Agreement, was actually a priority. So recently what happened is the European Union has set out its proposals to change the way the Brexit deal for Northern Ireland is implemented. And it was designed to prevent the checks along the border between Northern Ireland in the UK and the Republic of Ireland in European Union after Brexit. Actually, under this protocol, it was decided that Northern Ireland will continue to follow European Union rules on product standards in order to prevent checks across the border. But it has resulted into disagreements between UK and European Union as it disrupted the trade relations between Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Okay. So the UK government has been calling to rewrite this particular deal. Now apart from it, the Aerial Archaeological Mapping Explorer has been launched in UK to offer virtual flights over ancient landscapes, and this digital tool will allow the users to see the landscapes from England's past. Also, UK's state-run National Health Service has commenced recently the world's biggest trial of a blood test where they will detect more than 50 types of cancer. Then 2-3 months back we have seen that Kenya and UK have co-hosted a global education summit in the city of London with objective to raise $5 billion USD for global partnership for education. Also, India and UK plan to explore the possibility of setting up a World Bank for green energy to obviously boost the renewable energy sector. Question number 7. As per an index by BrokerChoose, which country has the largest number of individuals owning cryptocurrency? So BrokerChoose is a broker discovery and comparison platform, and recently it has released its annual proliferation index. And as per this index, India has the highest number of individuals who owing cryptocurrency with 10.07 crore users. And the second position is occupied by USA with 2.74 crore crypto, and Russia was at third position. Now apart from it, the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, has recently launched Pradhan Mantri Gati Shakti, which is a national master plan for multi-modal connectivity on 13th of October. So this master plan aims to use geo-mapping and real-time data on a single portal to make sure that there is transparency and visibility over the project planning and its implementation. So currently 16 government departments are part of this master plan. Now apart from it, the government of Mizoram has recently launched a 10-day campaign named as All Mask. Why? to resensitize the citizens on the importance of wearing masks to combat the virus, and this is being observed throughout the state. Also, with an aim to protecting biodiversity in the developing countries, China has pledged of $233 million at the key United Nations Biodiversity Summit. Also, in this particular summit, discussions on 30 by 30 agenda that would accord 30% of the Earth's land and oceans protected status by 2030 was being discussed in this summit. Now, apart from it, the Union Ministry of Environment has recently released a draft notification on regulation of extended producer responsibility under the Plastic Waste Management Rules 2016. So this covers basically 3 types of plastics. First is rigid plastic packaging. Second is flexible plastic packaging, which is of single layer. And third is multi-layer plastic. So now, as per the draft, quantity of waste that will have to be managed by producers and importers has been specified. Fine. Question number 8. Who is the first Indian to be elected as the chairman of World Steel Association? So JSW Steel chairman and MD Mr. Sajjan Jindal has been elected as the chairman of World Steel Association for the 2021 to 22 period. Also, he becomes the first representative from India to serve as the chairman of WSA, and he precedes Yu Yong as the chairman of WSA. And the headquarters of this particular association lies in Brussels. Now, apart from it, the former bureaucrat Mr. Amit Khare, who retired recently as Higher Education Secretary, has now been appointed as advisory to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Then Mr. Rajneesh Kumar has been appointed as chairman of Bharat Pay. Also, he was in news for his newly released book named as The Custodian of Trust. Then apart from it, Lieutenant General Anil Bhatt has recently been appointed as Director General of Indian Space Association. Also, a few days back, we have seen that Mr. Alok Sahai has been appointed as Secretary General of Indian Steel Association. And NSDL has appointed Padmaja Chundru as its MD and CEO. Now you have to tell me, recently who has taken charge as MD of LIC? Please write in the comments. Question number 9. Which country chairs the Conference on Interaction and Confidence Building Measures in Asia, that is SICA, in 2021? So the 6th ministerial meeting of SICA began in Nur Sultan, which is the capital city of Kazakhstan. Actually, it is an intergovernmental forum that aims to strengthen regional cooperation and ensuring peace, security and stability in Asia. So the first SICA summit was held in June 2002, and the members include 27 Asian countries including China, Russia, 9 observer states and 5 international organizations. Okay. Now Kazakhstan was also in news because recently India and Kazakhstan has carried out the 5th edition of annual bilateral joint exercise named as KAZ-IND 21 that strengthens the military diplomacy between the two countries. Now apart from it, the International Energy Agency has recently released its World Energy Outlook 2021 report, and as per this report, almost $4 trillion investment into clean energy is required to meet the Paris Agreement pledge to limit the global temperature rise to 1.5 degrees Celsius. Then also recently, the Union Home Ministry has enhanced the powers of Border Security Force to arrest, search and seize within 50 km from the international boundary in Assam, West Bengal and Punjab. And this power will also be applicable to the newly created Union territories of Jammu Kashmir and Ladakh. So earlier this limit was fixed up to 80 kilometers from the international border in Gujarat and 15 kilometers in Rajasthan, Punjab, West Bengal and Assam. But now its limit is 50 kilometers. Okay. Coming to last question. Which department has launched the digital bonds named as ePLI bond? So the Department of Post has launched the digital version of the Postal Life Insurance Policy bonds, also called as ePLI bond. And the bond has been launched in collaboration with DigiLocker. So all the Postal Life Insurance subscribers would be able to download the digital copy of their policy bond from the DigiLocker. Also, PLI and rural PLI policy bonds are available in digital form. So it shall be treated at par with the original policy bond issued by the Department of Post. Now apart from it, recently RBI has issued a small finance bank license to the Centrum Group Bharat Pay Consortium. Then, as per the IMF Fiscal Monitor report, the global debt has jumped to a new high of $226 trillion. And the advanced economies, including China, contributed more than 90% to the accumulation of worldwide debt in the year 2020. Talking about India, India's debt increased from 68.9% of its GDP in the year 2016 to 89.6% in the year 2020. And further it is projected to jump to 90.6% in the year 2021. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions. And at the end of the lecture, do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nuzhat Sana signing off.